I would say for me and for a lot of people, Faroese football starts in 1988. We get our FIFA license, and 2 years later we get the UEFA license, and we play for the first time in the Euro qualifiers for '92 when Lars Olsen wins the European Cup. And back then we were playing on, I wouldn't say on the street, but you were playing. It wasn't even artificial grass on some of the pitches. It was just dirt or whatever you call it. You were playing on. There would be small stones and water pools and whatever on the pitch. And everything has changed since then. So we've been on a 26-year journey, Faroese football, from having only amateur football players to having very small and really bad facilities to now having some of the most modern artificial pitches and upgraded stadiums, although stadium is a big word in the Faroe Islands. There are not so many people who come to the game. I think the minimum requirement is 300 seats for a game, so it's not so big. And for Faroese football, it began with a victory against Austria in 1990, and since then the national team sort of like had we were only getting better and better with Alan Simonsen as a coach and so on. But after the millennium, we were going down again, doing really badly, losing 5, 6, 7, 8-1 some games. And if I remember correctly, Latvia were doing pretty well at that time. And I remember sitting at home watching you playing in the Euros. And then everything changed again a few years ago. We have professional footballers now, players who have a professional attitude, players who train, and a young player who grows up today has no problem training 7 days a week or 6 days a week. Whereas if you go 15 years back and you told someone you have to train 5 or 6 times a week, they will go, okay, I'll just go to work then, bye.
And just maybe a funny question, where works Faroe Islands players which are not professionals?
Well, the usual comment is fishermen's. It's a very long time ago we had a fisherman on our national team, but a lot of them are in education, and we have 2, maybe 3 carpenters, and some of them not, I mean, they're a little bit higher in the hierarchy. I mean, they're architects almost, and also we had famously our national top goal scorer, Rekvi Jakobsen. He scored twice against Italy. And in Italy, he was just renamed Il Carpentiere as the carpenter. Huh? So, but they have all regular jobs. Very normal. You go to work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You go off at 4 or 5, and you go to training at 6, and you're home by 8, half 9. Very normal in the Faroe Islands.
And what's your expectations about tomorrow's game and the cycle at all?
I have to say, I watched your game against Andorra. And I thought, this cannot be true. It was a really bad game, and I'm 100% sure that the team that we play here is going to be at least twice or maybe 3 times as good as that team, especially because you were playing on a really bad artificial grass. And believe me, everybody in the Faroe Islands knows artificial grass. And with these with the rubber that was on the pitch makes it very difficult to play, and that's why the game ends up being one big free kick. I mean, it's just long balls, everybody goes up, referee says free kick this way or that way or whatever. Huh? So it's going to be, we're expecting a very different game. I think there's this feeling that the Faroe Islands are suddenly expected to get a point or maybe 3. But I really have to say that even the players and us outside, we don't think that. We don't expect it, we hope. But we don't expect it because we think that Latvia should be. I think the betting sites are saying like 6-7 times the money back on a Faroese victory, and I think that's about right. But there's a chance, and we always believe.